things like win in artificial intelligence cold against China, which I believe we do. And if we have to do things like show our dominance in outer space through things like the golden
Ya, se va a llover para acá.
century, which I believe we do, then yes, I understand that's going to require a lot of spending. But rather than rely on some feather,
What? Okay.
the deficit problem will be solved in 4 years because it's already.
Hey, Dylan, you want a feather?
It only ever gets worse, no matter who's in power. No matter who.
Dale un dólar.
There you go.
Dale un dólar.
It's from my friend the Hulk.
No matter which party has ownership
Travis.
of those branches. The deficit always goes up.
Guárdalo, guárdalo.
If we're going to increase this, which I think is essential in the AI field, in the golden
Pero
domain
tú das un dólar.
every single. If you're on a budget in your home and you have to buy a new car, you start looking at what to cut. You don't just
Ahí se puede hacer la casa.
waste all of your spending.
My amigos are home.
That's Dave Ramsey method stuff right here.
You know the dog?
The big beautiful bill because it doesn't codify enough cuts. I'm not critical of it because it lowers taxes and expands
Yo
spending.
también entendí los amigos que en mi canal de YouTube aquí estamos en el live. Vamos a ponerlo para acá.
And the Mike Johnsons and the deep states put every earmark of
Ay.
into this piece of legislation, then we should be putting some earmarks of our own as well to codify the Doge cuts. It's unbelievably obvious that we can do things like take 100,000 federal employees off of unemployment benefits when we know that they're contracted or working for the federal government directly. That was one thing that Doge found.
Yo me puse a instalar esta mañana.
Countless examples of waste, fraud, and abuse in other ways, avenues,
Sí.
other means, modes, and methods. So I don't support this idea. And I actually interpret what's happening in the AI moratorium differently than most
¿No bebiste café? Ay, Dios. No hay nada hoy.
attention to Alex's specific statements on this moratorium. But for those of you who don't know in the audience, part of this big beautiful bill is legislation that puts a moratorium on states, saying that states cannot regulate artificial intelligence development or use over the course of the next 10 years. It eradicates liability for the tech companies, similar to how liability for big pharmaceutical companies was eradicated as it pertains to the vaccines. That's a major red flag. But I also understand that major corporations, whether they're big tech, pharmaceutical, big food, you name it, traditionally has lobbied the hell out of Congress over the years to make it more and more difficult for any small business competitors to meet the requirements to be competitors in these various industries. They love increased regulation that puts small businesses out of business and eat up those businesses and just become dominant in the market. They would over the
Es la casa no tiene piscina.
But because of all the labor regulations in the United States of America, to China, Amazon dominant, if there are any retailers here in the United States of America,
Would you like to hear the leaf here?
retailers here,
¿Te gustaría vivir aquí, en el campo? Aquí se pone feo cuando llueve mucho.
small business manufacturing here in the United States of America. So we've seen examples of that.
Mira, esa fue la que se quemó. O esa fue la que levantaron. Ah, no, mira, los dueños de viven y la están arreglando. Esta casa de aquí son caras. El día, ¿dónde viene el agua? ¿Dónde viene el agua? ¡Wow! Las casas de aquí son muy caras. Las casas de aquí son very expensive. Ay, allí viene el agua. Ahí viene el agua. Mierda. La lluvia está detrás de nosotros. La lluvia.
Starting route 765.
Y no more the cleaning the pool de cliente, remember? Ah, no es el agua.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Randy.
This will be at the fight on the same front, not multiple fronts, but unified.
La lluvia está detrás de nosotros.
To see this is
Va a caer pila de agua.
I blame Mike Johnson, because he's shown over and over again that he falls for the deep state when he supports funding Nazis on Hitler's birthday Ukraine.
Ay, no lo cambia, que quiere que pase el agua.
When he supports an
El agua.
$1.2 trillion that funds no less than 12 biolabs all over the world, when we know that biolabs were funded by the United States of America that resulted in the creation of the COVID-19 virus.
Hi. How are you?
But we cannot
Hi,
be
Marco.
pitted against one another. This is what Mike Johnson wants.
El agua está atrás de nosotros, va a llover.
I'm going to show you clip number 79 here.
At the next light,
Viendo la lluvia que está atrás de nosotros, que va a caer pila de
I'm
agua.
going to show you clip number 79 here of Speaker Johnson working on the schism between Musk and Trump. I thought you were supposed to have a conversation yesterday with Elon. Did that happen, or was it just text?
Well, exchanged text messages yesterday. I spoke with him at length on
Yesterday.
Monday, and that's why the
It's
kind of the
raining
blow up that
today.
happened this
It's
week was
very hot.
at the light, turn right onto Amogoli Road.
why the kind of the blow up that happened this week was very surprising, disappointing to me. We had a very friendly conversation. I really like Elon. He's a friend. I've come to truly respect his acumen. The Doge effort was heroic, patriotic, helped us find a lot of savings and abuses that Congress was not able to uncover previously. So huge contributions. And look, we can have policy differences. We have that here in this building, every day, but it's not personal, shouldn't be personal. I don't tell my friend Elon I don't argue with him about how to build rockets, and I wish he wouldn't argue with me about legislation and pass it. But we've had some discussion. I thought it was helpful and fruitful. But, it's just disappointing. I hope it all resolves today. Look,
In about 2 miles, turn left onto 39th Avenue Northeast.
I hope it all resolves today. Look, these are two titans. I respect them both. Of course, a huge fan and supporter of President Trump. I was with him in the Oval Office yesterday afternoon when some of this was unfolded, and he was disappointed. I was disappointed. I just hope it resolves quickly for the sake of the country.
So I had a tweet go viral of Megyn Kelly telling a story that implied basically that some of the public feuds that Donald Trump has been in over the years have been intentionally orchestrated, at least by him, maybe even if the other party doesn't know. And the clip implied that, hey, maybe this is all being orchestrated on purpose in order to kill this bill. Donald Trump publicly appearing like he's betraying the neoconservative element of our party that is sponsoring this bill and trying to push it through. But it seems to me that Elon Musk actually went rogue. I think he's frustrated that he allocated so much time, so much effort, so many resources to the Doge initiative.
Yeah, they ain't cut
so
shit.
much waste, fraud, and abuse, and that none of it seems to be getting codified whatsoever.
That's right.
I think he's frustrated that he's trying to fight against depopulation.
That's right.
And he understands that in order to win that fight, we have to establish independence from
It's
China
not that hard to
dominates
look out.
from China. And that increasing our spending and our deficit would bankrupt America. And if America is bankrupt, then we cannot.
In 1 mile, turn left onto 39th Avenue Northeast.
You root for sign
If
fire.
America is bankrupt, then we cannot compete.
Yeah.
If we can't compete with China, China dominates the future, and the globalists dominate the future. That level of dependence almost guarantees that our interplanetary status will never be achieved. So I understand how he's frustrated. I do believe that he should have been less reckless in the things that he said, and I really hope that Elon Musk and Donald Trump kiss and make up, but at the same time, I think Elon Musk is probably right, and Thomas Massey is probably right, and Alex Jones is probably right when he criticizes this big, beautiful bill, because we cannot allow ourselves to continue to cripple ourselves financially without codifying cuts. And we're going to have to make some tough decisions. And any politician, whether right or left, that doesn't get on board needs to be axed in every single primary. And that's why it's more important now than ever that everybody in the United States of America wakes up and holds their feet to the fire. But here's a clip from Jesse Waters, clip 60, talking about the big beautiful bill. Let's watch.
Is Elon going to derail the big, beautiful bill? Absolutely not. We are feeling the same energy that the president is. He's leading. He's delivering on his promises, and we all are. The big, beautiful bill is basically all those campaign speeches reduced to legislation. That's what it is. That's how important it is. Think of what's
Bicicleta, básicamente.
Turn left onto